The Washington Commanders have essentially shocked the entire NFL this season. I mean, Jayden Daniels looks like a young superstar. Also, that defense has taken major strides under Dan Quinn in year one. Terry McLaurin looks like he's happy as a flea. And I don't know. I was going to try to do something funny with that with South Dakota, but anyway, never mind. So the point is that the Commanders are playing very well. They're heading to the playoffs. Jayden Daniels looks good and all that stuff, but there's always stuff you can do. There's always something you can do to help this team improve. And today we're going to do that in our latest Washington Commanders mock draft where we protect Jayden Daniels because that's been a big-time concern for a lot of people. And I think that PFF finally has their stuff updated now so we can really take a look at stuff. So we're going to go in here to our 7-round mock draft. We'd like to go more towards the PFF side of things. Care for positional value is relatively high as well as drafting for needs. There is a little bit of randomness because, hey, it's the draft. It happens all the time. So we're going to go ahead and into the draft and really just see how this whole thing unfolds. So Commanders holding 5 picks because of the Marshawn Lattimore trade, if I'm not mistaken. Some of you commented on that. Thank you for that because I completely forgot about that. So let's go ahead and just start the draft and just really stick and pick and see where this whole thing's going to go here. So the Commanders going to be picking in that probably 22 to hopefully 32 range if you're a Commanders fan. But when you get to this side of things, the tackles get a little bit, let's say, weary because guys like Banks, Will Campbell's going to be gone. Ursa, wow, there's been a run on tackles. So I don't think that the Raiders are going to go tackle here with Will Campbell. Potentially, even though Colt Miller's getting a little bit older, let's do a little bit of a recap. So Travis Hunter to the Patriots, brain fart. Makes a little bit of sense. Cam Ward to the Titans. Yep. Shedeur Sanders to the Browns. I actually kind of like that. Mason Graham to the Giants. That's nasty. Him and Dexter Lawrence are going to kill it. T.I. Troy McMillan to the Jaguars, which, him and Edwards could do some really good things. Also, Will Johnson to the Jets. I actually really like that. Will Campbell to the Raiders, which, again, I don't necessarily see. Ashton Genty to the Bears. Okay, I think offensive line would be more along it, but then you got Nick Scorton to the Saints, Kelvin Banks Jr. from Texas to the 49ers, which, that's probably a replacement for Trent and all that. I'm blanking off of their stud left tackle off the top of my head. Malachi Starks to the Colts. You got Jalen Walker to the Cowboys. He's actually a big-time sub count up out of Georgia. Josh Simmons to the Cardinals out of Ohio State. Iriante Ursary coming up out of Minnesota all the way to the Dolphins. Wyatt Millam to the Bengals. Luther Burden to the Falcons. McWilliams, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the gist. You guys can read all this. All right, we're going to get past it. So at this current moment in time, clearly tackle is a need. I'm not going to debate that. But I don't know that Gray Zabel is going to be made for that in the NFL. I think he can do a lot of different things. But I don't know if he's going to be an immediate starter for you. If this were how the board would fell, I would feel a little bit bad for the Commanders because I think that you can do a lot of different things. We're going to go who's available. So Zabel's going to be there. Charles Grant, I'm actually really in on Charles Grant. Blake Miller. So I think the pick is going to be Gray Zabel, but I don't think you take him this early. In fact, I might trade back here. 44, I think, would be perfect to grab. No. We got to stay in the first round, homie. I'm sure the Vikings want to come. Maybe the Chiefs. Maybe. Nah, I think we stick and pick just to really make this as good as we can. So I think that if this was going to be how the board fell, I think you would trade down and probably get Zabel. But I don't want to trade out of the first. But like we said, I keep changing my mind. 38. Does he make it to 58? I highly doubt that Gray Zabel makes it to 58. So is there a way? No. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. Also, corners in need. Trey Amos is there. Siobhan Ravel. Siobhan Ravel's a stud, though. He's got length and everything for days. I think Siobhan Ravel's the guy. I know tackle's a need. I know offensive line is a need, but Siobhan Ravel's an absolute stud. He is. That's just too hard to pass up. I'm sorry, guys. We need corners. And so then we get to the I got to know where Zabel went. Dang it. So Jonah Sava-Ainaya went to the Packers. That's tough. Where did Zabel go? Did he go in the first? No, he went right away in the second, which, okay. So as far as tackles goes, I'm honestly okay. Charles Grant, do I think he'll fall that far? Between Charles Grant and Marcus Mabau, I think that's probably going to be your best bet. But, Tyler Booker. I like me some Tyler Booker. And I know that tackle's more of a need, but Tyler Booker is a stud. He's played a little bit of left tackle when you need him. Shoot. You also need edge, too, so remember that. Charles Grant, again, I know he's a smaller school guy, but he's an absolute stud, just a flippin' mammoth, and he also can get it done. Does he move into the inside? I don't know. But smaller school guy, I don't know. I don't know that we necessarily want to go that far. Sebastian Castro, I've got a big-time draft crush on. Let's see, Marcus Mabot. Honestly, I'm okay. I'm comfortable with going BPA here. Okay, so we got Alfred Collins, Tyler Booker. Maybe we go Tyler Booker, and because edge really, I know they say edge is a need, but it's you can get a late edge guy. Like I really like where the Commanders are sitting with edge, so I'm actually gonna go Tyler Booker here. I know he's a guard, but I'm okay with that. I think that at the very least, you got yourself a stud there. Let's see here. Who's my tackles that went? Marcus Mabau, that's fine. I actually have had a draft crush on Ozzy Trapilo coming up out of Boston College, and I think he's a good fit here in the third round. So, hey, we doubled down on the offensive line to help protect Jayden Daniels like we said we would, and so now we are here into the later rounds of the draft. So, fifth round, I don't even know that Quinn Ewers is going to declare, but Kobe King's a stud. This dude flies around. I like me some Kobe King. He's in the box a lot. He's kind of all over the place for him. Jonah Monheim, coming up out of USC. He is not bad. He didn't allow a single sack this year. Richard Sr. He's kind of played all over the place, so I really like his versatility. I really do. But I also know that they say we need edge. Where's a developmental guy? Give me a developmental. Oh, Braden Swinson? Yeah, I'm going to go Braden Swinson here. I like that. Good developmental guy coming up out of LSU that you can really work with and do some different things with. And like I said, this is really the first mock draft where we just kind of stick and pick, just kind of see where things fall, even though, again, the Commanders might not even be picking this late. They might even be picking later. They might be picking sooner. We really don't know at this point. 247th round. Jackson Dart. Howard Cross. Howard Cross is a stud. I mean, you're already stacked on that defensive line. Nicholas Martin coming up out of Oklahoma State's going to be a lot of fun. Redshirt Jr., good size. Let's see here. Jabbar Muhammad coming up out of Oregon. Let's see C.J. Taylor as well. I like me some Jalen Rivers. I think that's too overkill. We can't keep going O-line. I'm going to go Nick Martin. I think he's a special teamer. Also, at the very least, maybe he could come in and contribute to the Commanders a little bit here. So, looking at the draft, how everything ended up, they gave us a B overall. So, Siobhan Revell there at the 26. I think that's an absolute steal because Siobhan Revell, I think, could end up being one of the, if not the best corner in this entire draft. Tyler Booker, I mean, I get it. They might view this as a little bit of a reach, but I would much rather get some more protection for Jayden Daniels, especially on the inside. Ozzy Trapilo coming up out of Boston College. I think that's a really good fit in the third round because I don't necessarily want to reach for Gary Zabel. I think you might want to trade down in that particular situation, but Braden Swinson coming up out of LSU is a really good developmental guy that you'll get in the fifth round. And then finally, Nick Martin out of Oklahoma State. A seventh rounder. I think he's going to be at least a very solid special teamer for you and give you some value there. So overall, I think that this ended up pretty good for the Commanders. Obviously, we can trade down and do a lot more with these as we go on through the offseason here. But, hey, let us know what you guys think. How did our what's our second mock draft? Our second mock draft where we protect Jayden Daniels end up for the Commanders. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. And we'll see you on the next video.